John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. You've heard me say many times that I love new, innovative designs in broadheads, and I do. But that doesn't mean there's not a great place for traditional, tried and true designs. And that's like one I'm going to be testing here today. This is another head out of Australia. This is the Extract Broadhead. They make it in a 125 and 150 grain version. This is the 125. And I'm going to be zooming in and giving you a little more details about it. And then I'm going to put it through my tests. But I have a new test that I'm adding to the other ones. Okay, so the traditional ones that I do, I shoot it out to distance. And then I do a penetration test through a ½ inch layer of MDF, a couple layers of rubber foam mat, and then clear ballistic gel. I do it what I'm calling now an edge durability test, where I shoot a broadhead into a 22 gauge steel plate up to 5 times, and I'll stop shooting it if the edge gets beyond repair. Okay, once it gets beyond repair, then I call it, and it gets 2 points for every time it can make it through the steel plate like that. But I'm adding a new test now, and the new test is what I'm calling edge sharpness / retention. So edge sharpness and retention. And what that is I'm going to take the head and put it in a little vise, and straight out of the package, I'm going to do a push paper test. Just push paper over it and see if it cuts the paper. If it does, it gets 5 points. Then I'm going to take an arrow, and I'm just going to gently rub the arrow over the edge of the blade. And then I'm going to do a push paper test. And then each time it can cut the paper, it'll get an extra point after an arrow's been rubbed over it. And I'll keep doing that up to 5 times that the arrow's rubbed over it, and 5 times it cuts the paper. So if it does that, it gets the 5 for the initial time it cuts the paper, 1 point for each time it can make it after the arrow's been rubbed over it, up to a maximum of 10. All right, so those are the tests that I'm going to be doing. And as always, I'm using a Bishop arrow, a Bishop Archery FOC King arrow. I'm using fobs, 460 grains. I'm using my Bowtech SR6 at 72 pounds. And I want to explain that in these tests, the reason I do them like this is because I want to do uniform tests so they have comparative value. I don't have enough animals to test them all on animals anyway, though I do as much as I can that way. But I want uniformity, and animals don't provide uniformity. So by doing these same tests on all the different broadheads and putting the score sheets at the end of each video, you can compare head to head in these data points. Now, are all of these necessary to kill an animal? Absolutely not. Are they helpful if they score well? Absolutely. So these are just more data points to help you see the flight, to help you see the penetration, the edge durability, the sharpness, and the edge retention. And so I hope they're helpful to you. Let's zoom on in here and check out the Extract close up. Here you can see the Extract close up, and you see that it's a no frills, simple, but proven design there. It's sharpened on all sides. The back is not super sharp, but sharp enough. The edges, the cutting edges are obviously much sharper. Has an interesting tip to it that it's not super pointy, and that's to prevent rollover. The blades are 0.060 inches thick. The diameter of the cut is 1 1/8 inches, and it's a solid piece of high carbon steel that's been brought to a Rockwell hardness of 48 to 50. So overall low profile and solid non-vented, so it should be quiet in flight. Extract out of the package. One stroke of the arrow. Yep. 2 strokes of the arrow. Three strokes of the arrow. Okay, so the Extract cut after 2 strokes of the arrow. Bullseye. The extract penetrated 8.5 inches. Here's the extract after going through the MDF and the steel plate 5 times. And man, I cannot even tell that it's gone through the steel plate. I'm surprised. Those edges held up remarkably well. I mean, the Broadhead still looks very, very new. It's in great shape. Really, really excellent edge retention. So what'd you think of the extract? Okay, I was impressed with it. If you're looking for a basic Broadhead that is just going to get the job done, hold its edge really well, fly well, super durable, 1 1/8 inch cut, this is something really worth considering. The penetration was great with this head. I'd say this is a really good choice if you're looking for maximum penetration. Maybe you have a lighter setup, lower poundage or shorter draw, or maybe you're going after really big game, big animals, big thick animals. This is something really worth considering. Very durable, held its edge remarkably well, flies well, super tough, no frills Broadhead at a really good price point as well. So check out Extract Broadheads.